Hello everyone, let us see how to use strings in Python. It's an immutable data type here where you cannot modify any of its character inside the string after initialization. So we can create strings with three ways. Either you can give the string value within double quotation, or you can give the value within single quotation, or you can give the value within triple quotation. For triple quotation, you can use either three single quotations or three double quotations. All are accepted, and see how it is given. So first we have given a equal to good morning. So just you can initialize the value with equal to symbol. Assignment operator can itself assign the value at the right hand side of this assignment operator to the left hand side string variable, and data type of this variable will be automatically taken based on the value that we are providing. So after initializing all these three variables a, b, c, we have tried to display it, and in the next statement we have given print of all the three variables a, b, c. Let us see how this works, and again we have different print statements. Let us see how each of these statements work. See, the first statement print of A displays good morning, fine. Next B displays hello, and print of C displays hi. Okay. Next print of A comma B comma C. Here we have displayed all the three variables. In the sense, if you want to display some variables in the single print statement, you can separate them by using commas. So here good morning. So A comma B comma C. First good morning will be displayed, then comma, then followed by B, which has hello, then followed by hi. So all the three variables are displayed one by one in the single statement. And again print A equal to A. Suppose if you want to have some string message, display message to be attached with your variable, then you can enclose the message that you want to display within the double quotation followed by a comma and then followed by the variable. So a equal to, so this a equal to will be displayed here and then followed by a. Here a takes the value good morning. Next, if you want to display two variables a and b in the single print statement, again you can do it like this: a equal to a. So like this in the previous statement, first it will display a equal to good morning. Next, again you have to display the value of b. Again give comma. That means whenever you have some message and then the variable, then you have to separate everything by using the commas. So a comma b equal to, this b equal to has to be displayed as it is and then followed by value of the variable b. So hello is also displayed, and again I want to display some space in between the variables. See, first a equal to good morning, b equal to hello is displayed, and after that suppose if I need some blank space in between my text message, in my print message, then I have to give blank space in between the double quotation. Suppose if I need three blank spaces, I can give three blank spaces within this quotation, and I can get three blank spaces between this B and C. This is how we can give multiple variables in the single statement. Whenever we display some print statements with slash, it is treated as an escape sequence. So if you want to have this slash without treating it as an escape sequence, you have to prefix your print statement with R. That means inside this parenthesis, before opening of your single quotation or double quotation, you have to give the letter R, which means that it should be taken as a raw string as it is, and or if there are any escape sequences, that means if there are any slash c, slash t, slash r, likewise there are many escape sequences, and if there are any escape sequences, it will not be treated like that and it will be treated as such. So for that you can give like this. See, for example, if you are not giving like this slash will not be displayed in the output, which means that this is treated as an escape sequence. If you want to display both slashes, then you have to make it as a raw string, which means both slashes will be displayed in the output. Next basic operation that we will do is string concatenation. Suppose if we want to concatenate two strings, then it can be simply done using the operator plus. I have a string variable s1 which contains hello and s2 which contains world. Now I am concatenating these two variables s1 and s2 using this operator and storing the result in the variable s3. So s3 equal to s1 plus s2. Just like your arithmetic operator, this concatenation operator works and concatenates two strings. That means at the end of the string s1, s2 will be appended and the result will be stored in the string s3. And if you want to reduce these two statements into a single statement, it can be simply given inside this print statement itself. If it is in a simple expression, you can directly give the statement within this print statement. See, both these statements displays hello world. Now, if I want to have some space in between the words, I can either give the blank space here so that the blank space is displayed in between. And next, suppose if I have one variable stored with the value and another one is an integer. I want to concatenate a string with an integer. What happens here if you use concatenation operator? I have given s2 equal to s1 plus x. Here, let us see what happens. So we can get the type error can only concatenate string to string. Actually, x equal to 10. This x is of data type integer, s1 is of type string. You can concatenate two strings or you can add two integers by using the operator plus. But you cannot use plus operator in between a string and an integer. So it is giving an error that it can only concatenate string and not integer to string. So let us see how this problem can be solved. Suppose if you have this s1 equal to Python, and now I have to concatenate this 3.7. Since it is an integer, it cannot be directly appended or concatenated with s1. So I am just converting the type str of x. This statement, this inbuilt function will convert the integer value stored in this x into a string, and then now it will concatenate it with this s1. And finally in s2 you will get Python 3.7. Suppose if I want to replicate a string for specified number of times, it can be done simply using this star operator. I have a string variable s which contains the value Python. Now I want to display this Python for 3 times. I can simply give s star 3. So this will display Python for 3 times. And if I am giving s star 5, this statement will display Python for 5 times. So simple. We can replicate the strings by just using this star operator. Next, multi-line strings. Suppose if you have multiple lines within a single string statement, then you can use triple quotation. So 3 single quotations or 3 double quotations, both are acceptable. I have a equal to, actually a is only a single string variable which contains many lines inside the value. Hello, comma, then in the next line I have how are you, and in the again next line I am having I am fine. I am just displaying. But if you are displaying using a single line, then it will not be accepted. Using a single quotation or double quotation. If you have multiple line, then obviously it is better to use triple quotation. And then we all know that string is an immutable data type in Python. But what happens if you try to update a string? See, variable 1 equal to hello world. I have a value. Now I'm just trying to update it. Variable 1 colon 6 plus Python. So variable 1 colon 6 plus Python means actually this is an indexing operator or slicing operator where this variable 1 will be taken, and from that up to 6th index position all the values will be taken. So h, e, l, l, o, everything will be taken. This is h variable 1 of let us see how updation operation can be done in a string. We all know that string is an immutable data type where we cannot modify any of its value. For example, in this variable 1, we have the value hello world. Now, I'm trying to update the value in the index position 0. That means where 1 of 0 equal to f. Actually, it will show you an error because it cannot be updated. You will have type error. String object does not support item assignment. Actually, we should know the difference between the words initialization and assignment. When we are giving the value for the first time for any variable, it is called as an initialization, where this statement we are initializing the variable 1 with hello world. And after this, where 1 of 0 equal to f, this is an assignment where you are trying to update its value after initialization. This is not supported. That is why the message is clearly specifying that string object doesn't support item assignment. Any of its index value item cannot be assigned after initialization. That's the meaning, and we cannot update its value. But while printing, you can update the value with some other string also. That is possible, but you cannot modify any of its already stored value. See here in this statement, print where 1 of, within the square bracket we have colon 6. This means that this is a slicing operation, and which means that from beginning of your string to 6th index position, whenever slicing operation is given, 6 means 6 will be excluded and it will be starting from the index position 0 to 5. So from 0 to 5 you have h is in 0th position, 1 2 3 4 5. So up to this it will be displayed and it will be concatenated with Python. Now this can be done, but when you display the value after this variable 1, it will not have hello Python, but it will have only hello world. Let us see how this can be solved. So let us make it as a command statement, and now we'll execute. See, initially this var1 contains hello world. Now we have not modified its value, but we have displayed only this hello with another string variable Python concatenated at the end, but it will not be updated in the original var1. Again, in the next statement, if you display var1, it will have only hello world, right? And then we can simply loop through a string. Suppose if you have for I in knowledge, this is a string value, I in knowledge is a string value, and I want to display this character, each character inside this knowledge inside a for loop. So for I in knowledge, here you can give either the string value directly, or you can store that in a variable and then also you can give that variable. So first time if it comes into the loop, it will take the character k. That means the first character will be taken and it will be displayed. Next time the loop will be iterated. That means I will take the value 1 and now n will be displayed. See what's the output of this statement? So in the first iteration, k will be displayed, and in the second iteration, n will be displayed, and the third iteration, I value will be incremented to 2, and now you have O. So likewise, all the characters are taken in each iteration and that will be displayed. Instead of that, suppose if I want to store this in a equal to knowledge, that's also possible. That means you can give the variable and specify that variable in the for. Let us see another example of looping in the Python string. So I want to just count the number of times this particular character E has occurred in the given string welcome to Python world. First initialize the count variable to 0 and then open a for loop, and inside the for loop variable, I'm just taking the variable name as letter. You can take any variable name. In is a membership operator. Welcome to Python world. So first time if it comes into the loop, it will check for the character comparison, whether the first character W, first in the first iteration, this letter variable will take the value W and it will check whether it is equal to the specified character E. If it is equal, the count will be incremented, otherwise it will not be incremented, and again the for loop repeats. First time W is not equal to E, so count will still remain as 0, and then the loop repeats. Next character taken will be E, and now E will be compared with this character E, so both are equal, so the count will be incremented to 1. So now again the next character L will be taken and it will be compared with the character E. So it is not equal, it will not be incremented. Likewise, every character will be iterated, and only if this character is equal to E, it will be incremented. Otherwise, it will be not incremented. So let us see how this value is incremented after the execution of the entire for loop. So we have count equal to 2. We have two occurrences of E and finding the stringlet. These are basic string operations. Suppose if I have a string with the value hello Akila, I want to print the length of the string. Len of yes. This is a simple operator. So I have the output as 13. Here, this comma, blank space, exclamatory mark, everything will be treated as a character and it will be counted in the length of your string. And actually, all the strings that we are giving here are normal strings in the sense they are internally stored as 8-bit ASCII character. That means each string variable will take this 8-bit ASCII character. We have another format called Unicode strings where it will be stored as 16-bit Unicode format. That means for each character it will take 16 bits. And here the difference between normal string and Unicode string is that in normal string we have only the basic characters which are having ASCII values. Whereas in Unicode strings, you have some additional set of characters, including other language special characters also. In normal strings, we have A to Z and then numbers from 0 to 9 and then basic operators that are available in our keyboard. Whereas in Unicode strings, if we have some mathematical symbols or Greek and Latin symbols, all the characters or special characters available in other languages are also included in Unicode strings. Even if we have the basic strings containing the alphabets or numbers, if we want to explicitly convert this into Unicode format, you have to just display this print statement with the prefix of U. Now you will have the same output at your screen, but internally it will be stored as a 16-bit Unicode format. That's the basic difference. And another example, suppose if you want to check whether a particular character or substring is present in a given string, it can be simply done using this in operator. S equal to checking existence. This is my string variable. Now I want to check whether this check is present in this string variable. It will return false because Python is very case sensitive. So if we have given small c here, it will not be same. It will be treated as different characters with different ASCII values and hence it will return the value as false. But rather if I update this to capital C, now this comparison will return the value true. This is how we should be very careful in giving any comparison operation or any operation in Python because it is very, very case sensitive. Similarly, if you want to check whether the particular substring or character is not existing in the particular string, then you can give check not in. Not in is the operator which is used to check for non-existence of string. So here this check is not present in this string variable, so it will return true. But again, if you give this capital C, now it will return false because this check is already available in this string.